All right, we're live. Let's see.
We're live.
We're live. All right, thanks guys for joining us. You know how it goes. You're on Patreon, or maybe you're not, and maybe you want to be on Patreon. We'll get to that in a moment. But people like Sean Ciaro are on Patreon, and they are on the $10 tier or more, and they have already been sent the sample that we're drinking today via courier, the manly man of a courier that he is. Yeah, Sean is entry buzzing on Standard Jack. He was gonna entry buzz on Standard Jack, but he ran out. So it's funny you say that, Sean. Remember when I used to handwrite all the sample bottle labels? Well, I happened to have found one from a long time ago that was Jack 10 from a little over a year ago, I want to say. Or maybe it was like a year and a half ago. Who knows? But I think this was one of actually Brian's first drink alongs was Jack 10.
I think so too.
Might be right. Yeah. And so I'm going to pour just that amount, a little bit in my entry buzz.
Ooh, this is kind of perfect, actually. So you have batch 2 Jack 10. I have batch 3 Jack 10.
Ooh.
And we all have batch 4 Jack 10.
Yes, perfect. We do. Especially those on patreon.com/chillfilter. And that's all I'm going to rep the whole thing.
Right.
We repped it so hard on last episode, and I felt bad because it was like semi-organic, but it didn't feel like it by the end of it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
How scripted is this show?
Yeah, exactly.
I entry buzzed on a big fat strawberry margarita, which was delicious.
Ooh,
and I literally, like, in the last minute before we went live, I was furiously like chewing my last bite of chicken and potatoes. So we'll see how many garlic potato notes I get on this Jack 10. It
That's
could be
funny.
Delicious. Yeah.
Chicken and potatoes sounds like some like poor Irish dish that like the poor people in Ireland eat.
Right.
But I'm sure it's better than what it sounds like.
I'm picking stuff out of my teeth right now, man.
That shows it's good.
Yeah, good television here.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're watching, please chime in. We'd love to hear you in the chat. Maybe what are you entry buzzing on? If you're not familiar with the term, what are you pre-drinking?
Pre-drinking. If it wasn't obvious enough. Yeah, don't just tell us what you're entry buzzing on. Tell us how it is. Is it good? What does it taste like? Do you enjoy it? Are you just trying to down it because you don't like it anymore? Like what's the deal?
Miles, which is your bottle and bond? Is that the rye or is that the wheated bourbon or the standard bourbon?
Yeah. What color is the label?
Yeah. What color is the label?
Answer it for us. This so the Jack 10. I'm drinking the batch 3 right now. Yeah. Well, I'm not drinking yet, but I'm nosing. It is so oaky on the nose. It's like it's so much more oaky than it has the right to be. It smells so much older than 10 years old, man.
This is the thing about Jack Daniels is like once you break out of the standard products they do, it is something special. I mean, even their single barrel proofs. I brought this as like a secondary entry buzz in case I needed it.
Nice.
It's a 60 or 129.3 or nothing too crazy, but because I only had so much of the Jack 10, but we'll probably just get into it pretty quick. So I probably won't need this. You know what I'm saying?
A re-entry buzz, some might say.
Yeah, but not official. Yeah.
Right. You know, I was thinking about that. It's like someday.
What if we did a live re-entry buzz episode?
That's what I was going to say.
That'd be fun.
Throw a number in chat right now and we'll go grab the sample bottle and we'll just do it right now.
Do you want to do that?
Yes, I kind of do, actually. Do you have time?
We should do that.
Emma just went down for a nap, so Sam's free for an hour now. I don't have to.
I think I'm good too on time. So once we get to the 30-minute mark, we'll do a re-entry buzz episode live, and then we will put it on an episode 2. So
perfect.
It's gonna be pretty boring while we're doing the notes, but you'll have fun with us. So
we'll try to speed run it.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fun. So we got Domingo Corona. I feel like that name's very familiar.
Well, it's familiar to me. I was hanging out with him last night.
Oh, nice. Thanks for joining us, Domingo.
Yeah.
Does he go by Domingo or is it like Dom or something like that?
Well, to my knowledge, he goes by Domingo.
Okay.
or Mingo.
It's so funny. Okay, cool. Either way, I was like, it's better than Dom. Domingo and Mingo are much cooler than Dom. Like, Dom's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Dom's
Don't get me
cool.
wrong.
I like
I'm
Dom.
not going to. Yeah, but Domingo is legit. We got Miles. I think it's a standard bourbon. You check that. We got Bernard Jardin. Reminds me of Javier Bardem. I'm drinking Jack 10 batch 2 with you. I bet is that Benny? Is that Benny J?
Benny.
It's got to be Benny J. Thanks for joining us, Benny J. Yeah. So we got Dan McMillan, one of our newest Patreon members. He's drinking batch 13 of EHTBP. I would love it too. That's awesome. Thanks for joining us, Dan. Miles says it is the weeded straight bourbon. What is it? Wilderness Trail straight bourbon. Yellowing parchment. Is that the weeded?
Well, so yeah, if it's actually yellow, it's weeded. But if it's like white, that's like yellowing because it's really old. It could be like a 6-year. It's probably the weeded though. Yeah.
No, that's cool. So he goes by all three, but especially
Dom for Starbucks orders.
Yeah.
Nice. What is your Starbucks order?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I need to know.
While you answer that,
the people need to know.
I'm gonna grab my Copita glasses. And then I'm going to get my like dregs of the bottle of Jack 10 over there that we poured for all of our Patreon peeps.
Oh yeah, and you only have a smidge left.
Well,
I'll tell you
it's also a 700 milliliter bottle, jerks at JD.
Right.
Yeah.
Should have could have gotten 3.
If only.
Ooh, that's
I don't know how loud that was because I have noise canceling headphones.
I know. I heard it. That low register, man. That's a bottle that has a pour and a half left, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. We got
Jim just finished cleaning the pool.
Yeah, what a baller!
Entry buzzing on
Jim's
pool
had a
water.
Pool most of his adult life. He's that kind of guy.
You know what?
He's probably also been a crocodile hunter most of his adult life.
Yeah. So they've lived in Tucson for a long time, and they've obviously had a pool the whole time they were there. But I don't know. I can't remember if they had a pool in their last house. I can't remember.
That's cool. What about on the island, Kwajalein or whatever? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure we've talked about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know what? The question
they probably had a pool in their backyard called the Pacific Ocean.
I know. Yeah. The question there is, did anyone was there even a public pool on Kwajalein? Like that's the question, because there may or may not have been, because you just go to the ocean if you're going.
Yeah. That's a great question. It would get the pool would get salty quick.
That's true.
Shrinkflation is right, Sean Ciaro. And yes, I agree with that cork pop. It was dope. All right, so here's the details. We don't go over history in a drink along, but we do give over details. 97 proof, batch 4. All batches are the same proof of Jack 10. This is at least 10 years old. And that's about it. Standard Jack mash. It is Lincoln County process as we've talked about in prior episodes. Some charcoal mellowing up in here. But 10 years after that, we get this. So
you jogged my memory. I learned something yesterday. Mm-hmm. I learned that Russell's 15. There will be no Russell's 15 release this year. Apparently, I'm trusting that this is official information. I heard it last night. No Russell's 15 this year, and there will be a Russell's 13 this year, and it will be a higher proof. It's like 117 point something.
Okay.
So when you said all batches are the same, it kind of jogged my memory on that little tidbit. For sure.
Yeah, that's right. Because all Russell's 13s were the same proof until this year, I guess, which I forgot about.
That's right. I poured a little too much in my glass here. I'm transferring.
I love Jim's answer. No need for pool, just 30 yards to the lagoon. I love that.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome. He probably lives near a lagoon in Tucson too. You know what I'm saying?
No, he does not.
Yeah, his own lagoon is 5 yards from the house.
Hence the pool. Hence the need for the pool. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Actually, one of my friends in Richmond is moving to Tucson in July.
Oh,
just found out today, actually.
Wow. So who else in Richmond might be moving to Arizona sometime soon? Who else? Who could possibly maybe want to move to Arizona?
I want to. That's for sure.
Maybe my podcast co-host.
Yeah. And then we could do all of our episodes in person.
I know.
You just got to convince the wife.
Yep. Good luck.
That'd be great.
Let me know if I can help. Yeah.
We should do like like a kidnapping thing or something like that, where we don't feel safe in our own home, and we're like, maybe we should just move somewhere safe, like Gilbert again, you know? So
yeah, right. Yeah, that's definitely the way to play that. That sounds like the dumbest movie premise ever. There is a baby
sounds like
bunny
Fargo
in my backyard. I'm staring at the cutest
Take a picture.
Teeny baby bunny. Oh my god!
Is he outside near the pool?
No, but I mean, I need.
Is he
to
a
get
jackrabbit bunny? Because there are those out there.
In the pool. No, it's hiding behind a bunch of pool chemicals now. So maybe I'll be on the lookout now. But
wait,
seriously,
show the people, give the people what they want.
I wish I could. Oh, there it is. Oh my god!
Take a pic. Oh, and this is the drink along.
Oh
we look at bunnies and take pictures of them. All right, who's ready to drink? Did you get him?
Okay, fine. No, I didn't.
We'll get
Keeps
him.
hiding. It's under the chair.
The pool, little baby bunny.
God, adorable.
Nose.
Very oaky.
Yeah, very oaky. Not too. And we want to hear your guys' notes too. Oh yeah, jackalope.
Bust out the boo rye. Burr rye.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Boo rye. I don't think this is too dynamic a nose. I think it's just oaky. It's not bad. It's not like bad notes or anything like that. It's just I can't get too much off of it.
Yeah. And the dustiness that Sean called out really
Sean.
really makes it so it's hard to see beyond the oak here, but I do really like the oak. I think it's a very sugary, very sweet oak. I like it. And comparing between batch 4 and batch 3, they're like almost identical to me on the nose. I feel like I'm smelling the same whiskey twice.
Yeah. On the palate, it just hits you quick. Very surprising compared to the nose for me. Hits you quick with oak. I'm not getting that standard bananas. Maybe banana bread, like a faint banana bread. But I'm not getting like straight up JD bananas or whatever. What did Sluggiface call it? What was there was like the certain type of species of banana or something like that.
Someone in chat should remember, I hope. But yeah, there's a word for that, the extinct banana something.
Yeah.
That word that only
sounded French or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
John says earthy nose with fresh paint on wood and wet, clean stone.
Yeah.
I can get a wet. I mean, I don't know if I get that, but I appreciate that note because
that's poetic. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I get it. Like you say it and I already feel it.
Yeah.
And let's see. Whoa, like opening a bottle of vanilla extract after a few seconds. But so Jim's getting a little banana. Not against it. Not against it. Domingo says, feel this batch is sweeter than others. I'm grabbing another to compare. I'm down for that. It's compared to my entry buzz, this is a lot more oaky. The batch 2 versus this batch 4. Pumpernickel bread.
I know,
on top
what
of,
a cool note, man. Yeah.
All right, let me take this. Let me take this one in completely.
I almost sipped my lime soda water. Maybe not a good idea. Dude, the pumpernickel note, it's not even just like the dark breadiness. Like I totally agree on like a dark breadiness, but just like is confectionery the right word? Like bread baking stuff in general. I totally get like a baked bread thing.
Bakery. I don't know. What I like most about that pumpernickel note that Sean's talking about is there's a slight sweetness to pumpernickel and there's a slight sweetness to this that is similar in that way. So I dig it. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah.
Miles is also getting some dark fruit on the end, still being sweet.
Yeah.
I like it. It's got the age, it's got the maturity. But I don't know. I think compared to batch 2, I kind of dig batch 2 a little more.
Oh yeah. I going back and forth between 3 and 4, still like almost the same. Although like if I really, really had to nitpick, I might have guessed that batch 3 was like a higher proof than batch 4. I think batch 3, if anything, comes across just a smidge like youthy hotter, and batch 4 comes across a little more creamy sweet.
I like that.
And I don't get too much banana. Don't get too much banana either. I'm a little more on like a caramely brown sugar banana. A little more on the caramel and brown sugar than I am on the banana.
So as some of you know, we just gotta try it with a drop or two of water, see if it's any better. Usually, I find with American whiskeys, it is not better, but sometimes we're surprised, and that's why we do it.
Got to do it for science.
For science. For the scientific method.
Nose is pretty much the same for me.
I like the Domingo's barrel-aged banana Laffy Taffy. I like that.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine dumping that barrel, come back in 3 years, and it's still slowly
dumping out. Like tar. Yeah.
I don't know. With the water, maybe it's a little more banana-y. It's a little like brighter. I think it took some
brighter
oak
the
away.
Word. Yeah. Is this, Sean, is your peanuts before and all oak notes, is that after the water pour, or are you still drinking neat?
There's a little less flavor overall on the palate with the water pour. There's not as much oak. There's not as much caramel. There's not as much banana. There's not as much anything. Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's not bad, though. I actually would still enjoy this if it were a few drops of water. I don't know if I would enjoy it more. I think I like the mouthfeel a little more with the neat and the... How do I put this? There was a stronger, deeper note of maturity to it with a little bit with the neat pour as opposed to the water.
Totally agree that the water pour is not as mature. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, water pour. Grow up.
It's so immature, water pour.
Sean's smart, man. He's like, I'll wait to see if I should add water. It's not, it's not bad, Sean. And I don't blame you for continuing to not add water, but it's not like terrible. I'll tell you that. I am going to pour a little more and prep my ice pour.
There you go.
Normally I would pour into my second glass, but since we're doing a drink or a re-entry buzz after this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to grab another glass real quick.
We will have to not give away our season scores yet, or during the re-entry buzz, because
that's right. Yeah. It is. It's very sugary.
Ooh,
I absolutely zero ethanol with ice. But it's like it's barely there. It's like barely oaky. The oaky is just like it's way dialed down, but it's still barely there.
Mm-hmm. Wait. So you're drinking the ice port, right? Yeah, you got.
Yeah, I was just nosing the ice. It just like it's like I don't want to smell anything, so I'm gonna put ice in this. There's just nothing there.
Domingo's saying he likes batch 2, or it says batch 2 is less sweet, but maybe it's just the fact that my little sample was half empty for a year and a half.
Maybe not really been a year and a half.
Oh yeah, you've been a co-host for at least a year and a half.
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, like I gotta quit this.
I'm out.
It's been a good year and a half.
If I lose this reentry buzz, I'm out. That's it.
If this is finished, if this isn't finished, then I give all my points to Bryan this season
for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What if you made a deal where you're like, for every episode after this, I will lose, and you like just can't win an episode because you got it wrong. Sean says, nothing upsetting about this pour, but nothing really turning me on. I'm with you, especially with. So, did you do ice now, Sean? I assume so. But yeah, it's nothing bad, but it's just not like there is a nice age to it. I can't like pull out any notes besides a nice oakiness, dustiness,
yeah,
and sweetness. to this, but otherwise I can't really find anything to stand out. But I enjoy it, but I enjoyed it more neat. Yeah.
I think like if you wanted to impress somebody who's a little new to whiskey and hasn't had much older whiskey, I think this is
Yeah.
like value wise with where this is at. I mean, if you find this luckily in a store, this should be about 80 to 90 bucks. If you just bought this on secondary sight unseen, it'd be like 130, 140. So maybe just like 50 bucks more over MSRP. I think this is an interesting pour to be able to share with somebody to get them to see what a high age, I say high age, I'm putting quotes around it, a very oaky pour tastes like. I think,
sure.
I think the value is very here for me. I really enjoy this
like
pour for
80,
what it is.
90? Yeah.
But like, is it one of my favorite pours of all time? Maybe not. But it absolutely sticks out in my mind as something that is unique and there's good value here too.
Here's a good question for you. This or your average single barrel proof?
Oh, honestly, I'm gonna go this, and I'm also gonna take
a get that bunny on camera.
I'm gonna wait for it.
Yeah. Okay, take your time. Well, in the meantime, go ahead.
The single barrel proofs, they get fiery, like, but like sometimes
they really do.
Sometimes you want a fiery pour, and like, and that's when they really hit the spot. But like, they're never going to be fiery like it's a turnoff. They're just like, they're fiery that like it is an experience in itself. And speaking of, somebody brought a bottle of a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye last night to the get together.
How much? What was the proof?
142 point something.
What? I was literally talking to someone the other day. I was like, I heard of one that was hazmat. And he's like, do they even do that? And I'm like, I've heard of it. It was legendary status. That's crazy.
It was apparently it was, I can't remember, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida. It was somewhere down there where it wasn't even a pick. It was just like a shelfer distributed to whatever store kind of thing. It absolutely did not read like 142. It read like every other proof, in the low 130s. Like, it was good.
That's cool. Ice is kind of fun, says Sean. Makes interesting spiky bitter note come out. Yeah, I can see that. Miles says, I'm not too impressed with this. Overall, Miles, or just with ice? Let's formulate some scores, everyone. You can do 1 through 10, or 0 through 10, or you can do A plus, B minus, all that stuff, the letter score rating. I'm going to go back real quick. I'm going to sip this, and I'm going to go back to my neat pour.
I'm going to keep holding here, waiting for the bunny to hop back in front of my door.
It's going to be worth it. I love baby bunnies.
This is insane. This is one of those things where like I've committed. I can't, because the second I put my phone down, that bunny is hopping in front of this door.
It's like me in the ABC store with the random drops. It's like, I've already been here 16 times this week. I might as well keep coming every 2 hours. So, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. That's it.
Wait, so Sean, do you like the 1792 full proof? Is that something like you would get behind? And then, Miles is giving a 7, low overall.
Yeah, 7's pretty low.
Let's see, we're skipping
7 out of 7.
Yeah, 7 out of 7, baby. Like nice. Or Seagram's number 7, baby.
Yeah, right.
Or is Seagram 7? I don't even know. Or maybe it's Jack number 7. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I thought I got rid of that bunny.
Jim, it is
like
it
Crocodile
is,
Hunter.
The size of that bunny is like this lid in my hands. Like I could hold that bunny with one hand easily. Wow. It is the teeniest little baby bunny. It's adorable.
Everyone's giving 7s. Benny gave it a 6.5. But he just drank a Michter's 10 bourbon. Wait, what year was it? Benny was yeah, dude. That one right there, that's a 2014 or 2024, I forget, H or something like that. It is so good. One of the best 10 years I've ever had. Yeah. But people are come on. Everyone's giving low score. I don't know. Like, let me actually give this a mind, like, not influence, or best as I can, not influenced score.
I also heard that apparently the 2025, was it Mingo?
Michter's
Correct
10?
me if I'm wrong, but 2025 Michter's 10 is apparently amazing. Like,
oh, that's cool.
And specifically, somebody had like a 25A, and they had said that it was like absolutely just like beyond what other years have been lately.
Yeah.
So man, I'm on the lookout for one of those too.
Yeah,
but I mean, I love Michter's 10, and I do agree. I think I had a religious experience the first time I had Michter's 10 bourbon, like where like I was like, how is this good?
Yeah.
And I don't have feelings like that with the Jack 10. So I agree that Michter's 10 bourbon, I think, is better than Jack 10.
Oh yeah. I would if they were the same price and I had $500, I would get one Jack Daniel's 10 and the rest of my money would go towards Michter's 10.
So you'd get one Michter's 10.
Yeah. What is it these days? Like 169 or something like that?
MSRP, I want to say, is in the low twos, maybe. But
really?
but they
I feel like I got mine for like 2 or 180 at the most
a year ago.
I definitely didn't. No, it was 175. I remember that. It was a year ago. I got it for 175.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They're on secondary. They're like 350, and
so
depends on the batch and whatever.
So good.
But, yeah.
All right, we're gonna go through some of these. Mighty Python, Killer Rabbit.
I know, I saw that. I love it.
Full proof. Okay, so Sean's behind 79 full proof. Benny said 23A, which is what I have. Or no, I'm sorry, I have 24A. So he's got a year before that one. Sean says, I think the context around this movie is skewing my rating too. If I had a blind, I might go, that's a great point, Sean.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. We pulled this on the range. Well, of course, it was the previous year. We pulled it. Jack 10. We did Jack 10 on the Ranger Buzz. And I don't remember what you guessed, but I at least guessed that it was birthday bourbon. And I felt very confident about that guess.
Yeah, we did batch 2. Yeah, and you won that round. That was 3-13.
Boom.
Whew.
Maybe I
won
got
that season too.
Points or something.
Yeah. Boom. But I still feel like this is good enough to be 8 status for me. I'm going to give it an 8.35, right between 8.4 and 8.4, 8.3 and 8.4. I think it is. I think it's good. And going below 8 would be like something sketchy about this to me. Yeah. And there's nothing sketchy about this. This is good throughout, even with the the ice and water pour. I think it's good. I think for Jack Daniels, this is great. Not great. Yeah. No, let me for Jack Daniels, old number 7, this is fantastic. And like Gentleman Jack and all that crap. But this is it definitely is not on the top of my age statement Jack Daniels list.
I'm getting big maple on the nose now that it's been sitting around, and now that I've been sitting around for 30 minutes. I think like working my way up, this does clearly stand out for me as being an oaky pour that I think tastes older aged than it says it is. So I'm above a B, and I think I'm gonna go B plus instead of A minus, because like my A territory is like extremely well-rounded, solid, no substantial negative comment can be made. This could use more harmony with fruity notes or floral notes or something else, or a longer finish or something. There's more that elevated pours have than this does, and this is kind of one note in that it's like it's all.
Ooh, that's a great point.
It's all oak. It's all sugary,
not even that much banana,
mapley, caramely. It's down in that quadrant, and that's like all it is. So I'm gonna go B plus on this, because what it does very well. It just doesn't do a lot of other things.
Yeah. So before I give my follow up to that. Please prep your hopes, everyone. We like to end every episode with "I hope this" or "I hope that," and then we'll of course do the reentry buzz after this.
I was gonna say, let's see if people actually want to watch that.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah,
Also,
let us know.
give a thumbs up or something. I don't even know how you can do it on YouTube, but say, hey, we want to watch the reentry buzz if you're interested in that. And then say, screw you guys. I never want to do what you want to do if you don't want to watch the reentry buzz. Here's the question right here: Jack 10 or Henry McKenna 10?
Oh,
and I thought
easy.
about this one.
I had McKenna 10 less than a week ago.
Our
buddy, this guy, I'm not going to say his last name, I guess. Logan sent us a bunch of samples here, but I'm not going to be able to see that. Anyway, he was particularly proud of his 7-year bottled and bond that they're going to release sometime soon. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, he wanted some feedback, so I'm going to just compare it against a bunch of other bottled and bonds.
Yeah.
And
was it a Heaven Hill?
So I put it up against McKenna 10 and Wilderness Trail something and one more I can't remember right now. So I've had McKenna 10 recently. And McKenna 10, I think it finished second in the blind, where like it was quintessential bourbon. It was just like it was the perfect standard all around bourbon. But I think the Jack 10 is more of a unique experience for me, where like what it does really well. It doesn't do much of everything else, in that like all that oaky stuff is way more memorable to me than just like a good pour of Henry McKenna 10. So I would choose Jack 10 over McKenna.
So I thought about this one, and I really appreciate your explanation of that, because I do agree pretty much with everything. And I do agree this is more unique, and Henry McKenna has its qualities like, you were talking about. But I think I like a fruitier bourbon. And even though I don't think Heaven Hill's Mash Bill is too known for its fruitiness, I think it is fruitier than this and sweeter than this. And if it were blind, I would probably go with Henry McKenna this time.
Like, I guess if I was in the position to be choosing what I think the better whiskey overall was, I might choose Henry McKenna. But if I was going for more of the novelty and interesting side of things, that's when I'd go back to. I think
I dig
maybe that's similar to what you were saying.
All right, ready for the hopes, people. I know you prepped them. So, and then shout out to Domingo Corona. Let's talk about this baller real quick. He just subscribed on Patreon at the $10 tier, so he will be getting future drink-alongs.
I didn't see that
I saw that on my watch, and I was like, let's give this baller a shout-out.
There it is, right there.
I got a Waterford ding for this man.
Nice.
That
was good. That was good.
Thanks, Domingo. Yeah.
So what I had brought for Domingo last night was Aberlour Abuna. He is also a lover of Scotchy, the Aberlour Abuna. Yeah. And so he had a batch 69. I had a batch 77. And I also had a sample I also had a sample of a batch 62. So we got to try all 3 different Abuna batches that were all kind of, across the years. And the 62 had like way more apricot fruit for me. So that was a really fun
Abuna with apricot. Oh, sold.
I know. And but Domingo is a huge lover of the American single malts. So we might have to make sure our next sample pack comes with an American single malt. Maybe
that's a great idea.
Yeah,
dude, we just we actually bought one of our drink along bottles today. I'm not going to give it away, but it is a retail. We're doing you guys a favor. Let's just say that. So keep that in mind for the next round. Yeah, definitely a bottle that many people I'm sure have been curious about, but no one would have ever wanted to pull the trigger on. Yeah, for sure. But we were able to snag it for you guys for a good deal. So Sean says you should podcast, Brian, which I agree. You should.
Thank you. The encouragement is very nice. I appreciate it.
Could you imagine a future drink along with Springbank, like a nice, like a special edition Springbank or something like that? That'd be killer. Dramhound in the house.
Hey, there he is.
What a baller. Hey, Dramhound, we're going to do actually in like less than a minute. So give your hopes. Miles just gave his hope. Give your hopes now. We're going to end this drink along, and then we're going to do a impromptu re-entry buzz right after this.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to keep it going. Miles says,
Go ahead. No, you go.
No, we got to finish on the hopes. So you go first.
Oh, well, okay. So I hope that, if we ever do that Girl Dad podcast, we could do like a drink along thing, or we could have like people call in and like talk about some issue they're having with their daughter and stuff.
That is such a good idea. We got to start writing these things down. We should really start a second podcast.
Yeah.
And Robbie could be a part of it too. I mean, it's just meant to be like just Girl Dad Central. And then, I hope that you take a picture of that little baby bunny. Yeah. And then Miles says, I hope next set comes with an American single malt and a good scratch. Sean says, I hope to see. Yeah. Oh, Sean's on my team. I hope to see a pic of that baby bunny. So get on it. Tell your wife. Tell Sam to get in there and like take a picture of that little baby bunny. Yeah, sorry, Sean. The funny thing is, you probably said it before, or you probably posted it before I said it, but I was I was truly, sincerely organic. But then I was like, oh, Sean got it. So, but yeah, I hope you guys had a fun time. And I hope that you guys enjoy the reentry buzz after this, because this is technically going to be season 8, episode 6. And we won't give away the last episode yet because we haven't posted that one yet. But it was close. I'll admit, high scoring and close. But yeah, any last hopes, Brian, before we do the not hard cutoff?
Yeah, I hope we figure out how we're going to do this. What are we going to do? Like set up another YouTube live thing or something?
Wing it. No, we're going to keep it on this. We're going to keep it on the channel because I don't want to send out a link. And we got the Whiskey Shaman in the house, dude.
Another single malt lover.
Yeah, another single malt lover, and another person that gets a haircut at home. So yeah,
dude,
my
Whiskey Shaman, big hit on the Rebecca Creek Spanish Oak last night at the Bottle Share It, and the only reason I have that is thanks to Whiskey Shaman.
Oh, I love that. That's great, Whiskey Shaman. What a baller. And he's a Patreon beautiful man too. All right, but I hope everyone that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits. And don't drop off anyone because we're just gonna okay, so
just rolling right in.
Dramhound, you're on it. Pick a number between 87 and 255. Now go.
The Dramhound number. This is good. So like we're not like on air anymore, so I don't have to like fill the silence anymore. This is good.
Yeah, and feel free to just chime in whenever. We won't probably. Well, maybe we will. Okay, 107. You ready, Brian? Let's do this. Okay, we got to find our sample that says 107. I got it.
Takes me more time. Hang on.
Yeah, I have mine lined up real organized and stiff. So once Brian confirms, once Brian confirms he has it, I will pour it. I am covering up the label so I don't know what I'm pouring. And this is how we do it. This is how the sausage is made, everyone. So thanks, Dramhound, for the number shout out or the number. Yep. So here we go.
107. Yep. All right. God, what if it's Weller 107?
Dude, this one's poured to the brim. All right. That's how much I pour on a nice reentry buzz. And then I cap it and put it in the back pocket.
Okay.
What if it is Weller 107? That would be cool. That's what I don't know. That was probably organic from Whiskey Shaman too. All right. So so yeah, we're gonna do this like we do a typical episode recording. I will do the intro, or actually Brian will do the intro because he's the intro guy on a reentry.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, Brian, I mean you'll be able to extract all this and everything. Everything will be good.
Yeah, let me just write down the timing and stuff, and we're good. REB.
Got to get the right spreadsheet.
6. Start.
Oh my gosh. Nope. That's my personal account.
1, 3. Oh, I gotta delete my what do you call it real quick?
I know.
Housekeeping. My guesses. Yeah, this is how we do it, guys.
Just
It's
behind my
fun.
monitor.
And paste, copy, and Brian. As far as it's been released, Brian just won the 4th episode on YouTube, and I have 3 episods to win so far this season. So Brian might be catching up. You never know. He might be. Yeah. I'll write down details when Brian's ready to get started, and then we'll go for it. Let me know when you're ready, Brian. I'll write down the time.
I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna say 40. Whoo, ha, whoo, ha. That's not what we do. This is what we do.
All right.
Go ahead, Brian. I was sniffing ahead of time. Yeah.
Pre-sniff.
Disqualified.
All right. Yeah. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the re-entry buzz. Cole and I here are re-entering our buzz. We got a blind pour. We got a live audience who are being watched.
Yeah, we do.
Now. This is crazy. We've never done anything like this before, but they're going to watch us sniff and sip this and tell you how much we'd pay for it right now. You ready, Cole?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
Ooh, interesting nose.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 100% agree.
Standard.
This is an oh wow pour for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking mash bill number 3 for sure. Oh, shouldn't have said that.
How much would you pay for this?
This has a unique quality to it, but it is also very sweet. I dig sweet. 70. That's about as far as I'm going to go, though.
I think this is scoring high on the novelty side for me. Mm-hmm. I think I would go higher on this.
Okay.
Not too terribly much. Mm-hmm. I think I'd pay up to 100 for this.
Okay.
I think that yes, there's novelty here, but there's also nothing like bad about this. There's nothing sticking out as like,
that's a good point.
As like they're trying to cover something up or whatever, or this is like, there's something about this feels like artfully crafted, and I can appreciate that. I'm going to go $100.
I like what you said, but we'll find out. We're going to send it to break, and we'll take our guesses when you see us on the other side. So here we go to break. All right. So I'm going to write down the time real quick.
Yeah, 4301. Yeah.
4300. And this is where Brian and I just kind of write some notes. And so I wish I had like my team behind me, and I could like share with them all the things that I'm like getting from this ahead of time. So I could be like, hey, Miles, it tastes like mash bill number 3.
Oh yeah.
And
share all the secrets.
Like yeah, you guys go on the break too. So yeah, walk away, take a walk. You know how it goes. But I will give vague details while I sip and give notes. And
no, that's not what he does. He makes up random crap.
Yeah, I do. I'm like, man, this for a rye? Oh crap! I shouldn't have said that this was a rye. Yeah,
this is the most bourbony Indian single malt I've ever had in my entire life. Yeah.
Oh man, what is this? This is really hard. I cannot even nail down type.
I know. I am struggling on the type too. At first, like at first nose, I was like, okay, I think this might be and then after I nosed it and sipped it more, I was like totally leaning towards an entire other continent.
Yeah. All right. Let me taste the nose again. What is this? I'm gonna take a strong guess on the American. Oh crap! Type that it is.
One of these days, you could be actually saying that accidentally, and I because you do it.
Yeah.
You cry wolf too many times.
Did I tell you I played poker with a friend of mine? He's still a good friend, but 3 out of 4 times he would tell you what was in his hand in Texas Hold'em, and every 1 out of 4-ish times he would lie. And so you never knew what he had in his hand because it was just enough to be like, he might have that, but there's a slight chance he doesn't have what he's saying. And so you never knew what to believe him.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're playing the odds, 75% is pretty good. You could just always believe him and be right more than half the time.
It was stressful. It was stressful. Oh, man.
Oh no, Emma just woke up.
Ever so slightly. This reads like a BT Eagle Rare. Yeah, I'm gonna go with match bill number 1. Skip 3, moving to 1.
I haven't even started guessing yet. I'm just still doing notes.
Yeah, I only guessed the type in secondary at this point. I don't even know what the proof is. Oh crap! Yeah. What is the proof? I'm gonna just go with that. Age. This is a hard one. Oh man, that's a hard one. This is all hard. I have no idea brand, distillery, or bottle at all.
I know. Yeah, it'll be a Hail Mary for sure.
At least I know that this isn't what's that one that I always pick that we recently drank?
Pinhook High Proof Rye. We haven't
exactly.
We haven't drank that, right?
No, what is the other one? The one I just gave you. The Danzig single malt. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dreamhound says yes, it is. I'm curious if that was about mash bill number 1.
It's mash bill number 3, baby. Hey, we got a lot of We got a lot of people watching. That's great.
Yeah. Why are you still watching? Go home.
Yeah. We love you. Yeah. What is it? Ferris Bueller. Yeah. Go home. Yeah. It's over.
It's over.
Yeah. I should put my hair up in a
Get that. Yeah. Just got out of the shower. Yeah.
Actually, I literally just did before we started recording. I went for a run, took a shower, thought I warmed down, and then was sweating profusely afterwards. Luckily, by the time we started, it was slowing down. But all right,
maybe you were just sweating because you were so nervous about the re-entry buzz.
That's true, because we already know. Yeah. Is this finished? That is a great question. You guys are now, everyone that's watching is hooked because they're like, what is it at this point? So, it's like a typical Re-entry Buzz episode.
They're like, how long are you going to make me sit through this, man? I just want to know what it is. We could both
love to speed it up a little bit.
We could, you and I could cover our eyes and hold the bottle in front of the camera and show everybody what it is right now.
We should do that.
Do you want to do it?
It works. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, please, no one give anything away.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't then. Just in case.
Yeah, we won't.
Okay, right. Yeah. Maybe we'll figure out a way to do that after the fact when we're not live.
Yeah. In the future we'll figure that out. Yeah, if we ever do more live.
Although with the new thumbnail, it's one of the two that's on the thumbnail, so it usually kind of gives you an idea about what it may or may not be.
Definitely not a single malt. And it's got that makes me think it's finished in Armagnac barrels.
Not impossible. Not impossible.
Yeah, not out of the realm of what we're doing. Aftertaste is mash bill number 4. And I'll just keep moving up. It was Eagle Rare. That's a dream I wrote.
A year from now, you'll be like mash bill number 237.
Yeah, exactly. This is definitely BT MB number 554.
Oh, well, I didn't see anything. I clicked on your guest tab for a hot second.
Oh,
I
you're
didn't
good.
see it.
I believe you.
Yeah. In case you saw a flash there.
No. The biggest
gosh
is.
Well, Emma's not having a fun time. Emma's not enjoying
We'll
this.
be over soon.
She's tuned in back there. She's like, you guys, cut it. Cut it off.
It's like, I heard there's a baby bunny.
Yeah, show me the bunny.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take a stab at this guess. Or at the brand. Baby, I hear in the back.
Oh.
What is that brand? Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Distillery. I'm just gonna take a stab here too.
Yep, big hedge on this.
Yeah, my biggest guesses are at the proof and the age, and I feel somewhat confident about them.
You know what?
Maybe this is Eagle Rare. Maybe Dramhound knows.
Whiskey Shaman, you're still here, right? Whiskey Shaman, let us know if you're still here.
Oh, he's here, baby.
When Whiskey Shaman does blinds, he guesses something like proof and then actual proof. I might not be using the words correctly, but tell me when you do the two different proof guesses, what's the difference between the two? Tell us. We need to know. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry. You don't have to chat like all the time. It's okay.
Let's see. Bottle. Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh, what is this? I have no idea what this is. And for the record, if anyone's wondering, like, we do have a list of all the samples we have. We are not allowed to study the list. We're not allowed to like check it out during, especially the episode. But we're really like trying to keep as far a distance from that list as possible,
right?
Because we don't want to go for it and just be like, oh, obviously this is the number 15 on the list, and
or it's like, if we labeled the bottles and like it's like Weller 107, okay, let me put a number 107 on that. That'd be a little too memorable. We probably wouldn't do that.
The only one I do know off we just got to move it somewhere else is number 200. I for some reason,
don't tell me.
Of course, it's an easy. I won't say it, but it's like an easy one to remember, and it's an easy number to remember.
So, like a while back, I knew there's a George T. Stagg in there somewhere. And I knew what number George T. Stagg was. Yeah. But then suddenly like 3 months went by and now I don't have a friggin' clue what George T. Stagg is.
Really? That's good.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, I'll never forget the 200.
Yeah. Don't tell me what 200 is, obviously, because you might forget.
Yeah. Hopefully. All right. I'm down to bottle guess and score.
I know. I'm down to bottle guess, and I'm just sitting here hoping that something will magically come to me. So yeah, okay. So actual proof, like how what's your scoring criteria on actual proof? Do you have to like absolutely nail it on the actual proof?
Yeah, let's see.
Nail it for 2
I'm
points.
just gonna take a crazy stab in the dark.
Dude, I'm literally just trying to think of anything that makes any kind of remote sense right now.
It's not gonna make any sense. And then you know what the hardest part is gonna be? Is that we're gonna reveal, and I'll be like, why didn't I think of that? It's how it goes every time.
Yeah. This this is Grangestone 31. I knew it.
Yeah.
The guy at Total Wine told me to buy this.
Yeah. This is one of those Total Wine recommendations.
Whatever, you know what? Here's what like
meme.
a hot take I'm gonna give on this.
Yeah.
This is a local whiskey. This is like I flew to Madison, Wisconsin. I went to a small time distillery. They had this as a distillery only release. And so I bought it because it was super unique and I was there.
Yeah. That's kind of what this feels like.
That's the caliber of whiskey that this is. Gosh, I mean, bottle. Whatever. Yeah, sure.
All right. I am done.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. There's even been re-entry buzzes. Yeah, I did. There's even been re-entry buzzes where I didn't even like write anything down. I'm like, I just have no freaking clue. Yes, I think there was one or two. I at least put something down. So,
all right,
but I'm not happy about it.
We'll bring it back at 55, 56, 55.
One last proof refining sip.
That's a good point.
Feel free.
Yeah, I'm solid with my proof.
Me too. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you're leading, I'm like, how do I do my face when we enter the
I know, right? I've never done a eyes only one before.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the re-entry. Okay.
Great.
All right, for real.
Wait, let me write down the time. 57, 40.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So we tried our hardest. Let's see how we did. We've got some guesses and notes for you. Ooh, do you want to guess or do you want to notes first? What do you want to do?
You tell me. You're the decider.
Right. Brian's notes first. Brian's notes say nose is fruity and floral primarily. Ooh. Like the realm that this whiskey is in is all fruity and floral.
Really? Are we drinking the same thing?
I showed you my 107. I held it up to the camera here a little bit ago.
So did I.
So yours better be 107 too. On the palate, we've never, you know what? We've never had a mishap before where we were drinking different things, but this could be it.
Yeah.
On the palate, the floral took over for me. It was more floral on the palate than anything. So, but it was a very like sugary, syrupy floral for me.
Totally.
But there was a good amount of heat and intensity there. So it was like a higher proof, intense floral pour. But it was like, man, I can't wait. This is so like polarizing.
This is the ultimate tell if who's better. No, I'm kidding. We always say that.
But like it's fun though. It's a good pour. Okay. It's not like I'm drinking it and it's intense and it's disgusting or
not
off-putting.
Too youthy. Yeah.
Exactly. It's good and nice and fun. The finish is pretty long, like it is a higher proof. And I did get some kind of apricot fruity notes too with that.
Wow.
That's the fruit realm that I'm in. But again, I think if I had to pin a number one overall on this, it's floral. So that's where I was at with it.
Okay. So floral works with the one note I give. And on the nose, I said musty and slightly, ever so slightly earthy. This reads like a single malt, but definitely not a Scotch. So I might go here with American single malt.
Might.
On the palate, I said, yeah, this is sweet and a little grassy. Not a bourbon. Definitely not a rye. And it's got a depth to it that makes me think it is finished. And on the finish, I said earthy, finish, continues. That's the biggest aftertaste I'm getting here. So it's got a depth to it. It's got a, out of the notes that I wrote, it's got a je ne sais quoi to it. No, it's got, it has a sweetness that is almost like it's like a weeded bourbon in the place of an American single malt to me. It's weird.
But weird, but all your notes I 100% agree with. And you kind of alluded to a couple of your guesses in there, and they were all like, that's what I guess too. That's what I guess too.
So who guesses
so
first?
Go ahead. You go through.
Type American single malt. Secondary grain, I said not applicable, as this I imagine is 100% malted barley. Brand, I went with rare character.
No, that was really smart, actually. Yeah.
Really? Okay, cool. Distillery, I went MGP. Proof, I was pretty confident this was not higher than 90, so I just went with 90. Yeah, this was light to me.
Huge difference there.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, age, I felt like this wasn't too young, but I felt like this was probably in the 5 range, so I went with 5.
Oh man.
Finished, I said yes because it has the je ne sais quoi to it or whatever. But I just thought if it's anything, maybe it's sherry because it's got this extra raisininess, but not that raisininess. It's really hard to describe, but it doesn't seem like it's not finished. So I just threw out sherry. Bottle, I went with Jim Beam Signature Craft. This was a hedge just in case it is a bourbon. And they have a triticale. Don't know how it's pronounced. But I thought this might just be a weird grain Jim Beam. That might be
okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And I went with a score of 8.2. I liked it. It definitely broke 8. Didn't get close to 9. Liked it, but didn't love it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I also went with American single malts. So good for us. Secondary grain, I also went not applicable. Good for us.
Yeah.
Brand. Here's where, I just went with Nulu. I said Nulu because I wanted to put MGP on this because honestly, I couldn't think of anything else.
So you went with MGP.
Our big differentiator here is proof.
So you did say MGP for distillery though.
I did say MGP for distillery. Cool, yeah. For proof, I said 115.
Oh, very different. Let me give me a moment. I gotta pull this out of the pocket to give it one more try, real quick.
just chug it out of the bottle here.
Just put it in the.
Well, thing. You already said all your guesses, so you couldn't. Don't look though. Yeah,
there is no way that breaks 100. No way that breaks 100.
Would you like to bet all your points for the remaining season?
No. No. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. It's okay. Yeah. For age, I was with you, but fortunately, a slightly different guess. I took the higher on it, and I said 6.
Okay. I respect that. It's aged enough to not be too youthy.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad you respect an age guess that's 1 year higher than what yours was. Yeah, thank you.
Totes. Yeah.
For finished, I I also said yes on finish.
What'd you
But
say? What?
I said apricot brandy.
Ooh, like seagrass?
Dude, I don't know. And then for bottle guess, the ultimate, I don't know. I said that it was the Nulu Peachio Matt Porter pick because I did kind of get apricot notes on it. Whatever. Anyway,
Give me a second.
for score, I said B. I think that like this is a pour that if somebody just handed to me and I had no idea what it was, which is kind of what just happened. Like I like it. I'm not like, oh my God, tell me what this is. I have to buy a bottle of it immediately.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying drinking it right now. I think it's a totally fine whiskey. So it's a B, I guess.
I like that. Here's what we should do. We should just put it in the camera first.
Yeah, okay,
and then we should read it. So I'll feel where the label is. All right.
I know.
You ready?
Okay. Yeah. I gotta.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yeah. Mine's up.
You gotta drop it a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm
hey,
peeking,
Luke.
but I can't actually read what it is. Might be MGP.
Oh, you nailed the proof, dude.
Heck yeah, dude. Did you vote that all your points for the remaining season would?
Luckily, I didn't. Oh man, this will be the proof's probably gonna send Brian over the edge here. But we'll see who won on the other side of this quick break. 105, 106, 106, 106.
Small ash barrel strength.
Right.
I think I have this bottle. Hang on.
Oh, nice. So yeah, I'm glad you guys get to see how the sausage is made. You know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta say that after I say sausage. The suspense. All right. Okay, let's go to the results tab. This is 115 point what? 116.4?
116.4. One of these.
And then the age? Do we have an age statement?
I don't think so, but let me look. This is a high and low rye mash bill, so I imagine it is a blend of bourbons.
So it's at least a secondary rye, but neither of us got that. Wow,
right.
That's weird for a bourbon.
Combination of mash bills containing up to 36% rye from Kentucky and Indiana, creating a balanced blend and layered bourbon, bottled, non-chill filtered at barrel strength, so you can taste all the flavor, just as they did. Straight from the barrels, K. Luke is a tribute to both of their children. Okay, I'm not reading that.
No age statement, though?
Correct.
Okay, sweet. It's probably 5 years. All right. No. Do we know if it's MGP? Any idea where it's distilled? If it's Indiana, it's MGP. Let's just be honest.
Okay, hold on. There's no way we could have ever gotten this right because it says distilled in Kentucky and Indiana.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
Can you imagine?
Either way, we both said MGP.
One of us said, this tastes like it's a blend of bourbons distilled in Kentucky and Indiana.
Yeah. Oh, man. And it's not finished, I assume. So do you know what that puts me at for the score?
Is it, are we tied for the season though?
No.
Oh,
yes,
no.
we are.
It's 0.
I got nothing. That is my first 0 in a while.
It was witnessed.
Yeah.
Let's scroll back here. Are there any other zeros?
Yeah.
We both season 1, episode 2. We finished 0-0.
Oh wow. K-Luke's small batch barrel strength. Wow.
Oh, you got a 0 on episode 2, season 10. Or season 2, episode 9.
Man, wow. It hurts. And what did you get this? Well, you know, of course we'll see it on the other side, but you definitely didn't get ASM. Didn't get that, but you got a good proof guess, and you didn't get a so I mean you got a great proof guess. That's the thing. That's your only points.
Yeah. Good. Nailed it.
Da.
That's the name of the episode.
Da. Like Russian. Da. It's no. in Russian.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
you
the
ready?
last time I got a 0 was season 4, I think.
Yep, there's
And
a
that
0 in there.
was with Copper and Cask cigar blend.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah.
You know what? I got a 0 on season 2 too. I got a 0 on season 2, episode 2. It was Del Bach Frontera, and I got a 0.
Dude, you got a lot of. Oh no, never mind. I read that wrong.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
Del
on.
Bach Frontera. Knew it.
Season 1, I got a 0 on episode 2 and 3, back-to-back zeros in season 1. How did I ever come back from that?
Well, we scored things special or differently in season 1, so specially.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Whew, glad
that was
we've moved past
Stranahan's barrel strength or barrel cast strength, and then that was Old Forester single barrel strength. Right, but that was when I was like, "This tastes like Old Forester," but I only got 5 points on that round. So
yeah, okay. All right, you good, Mr. Zero Man over here?
I think so. Let me write down the time. 1:10:55.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So scrub off your dry erase boards that say days since anyone got a 0-point score, because today is the day that one of us got a 0-point score here.
Yeah,
so we're going to run through our guesses. What we were drinking was K-Luke small batch barrel strength. It is a blend of bourbons. I don't know why I don't want to try to make it focus. It's fine. It was 116.4 proof here. And the big surprise of the day is this was not finished. Can you believe it?
And it was a bourbon.
Yeah, right. What a weird whiskey. So anyway, going through the guesses here, type, we both agreed that it was an American single malt. It was not. No points. Got the secondary grain wrong. No points.
No
brand
points.
We were both all over the board. We were kind of scrambling for a guess here for the distillery of MGP. No points. No points except for proof. One of us thought that it might have been a little higher proof at 115.
This does not read 115.
One of us got 9 points here for proof because the proof was 116.4.
Yep.
Age, no age statement, no points, not finished. We both thought it was finished. Just incredible. No points. Yeah, you don't even care about the bottle guesses anymore. No points. So the final score here in this amazingly scored point game here is 0-9. Bryan wins 9-0. How do you feel, Cole? Tell us after the game. How do you feel about your performance today?
I was up 3 episodes in season 8, and now I am tied. That stinks.
That's right. I hope y'all are cheering for me here.
Yeah.
Oh man,
talk about a comeback. Don't call it a comeback.
This is a big disappointment bottle for me. This is one of my more dang it. I can't believe I bought this bottle. I'm sure it was like $100 or something for a cast strength bourbon, blah, 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 from this sensational at the time brand of K-Luke. Because there was a time when K-Lukes were kind of like a hot up and coming thing. And then they just completely fell off the radar. I haven't seen anything like let me rephrase. I haven't seen any like hype around K-Luke in a really long time. So I don't know where they went. I don't know what they're doing now, but didn't really like what they were doing back when they released this gray label batch number 7. That's what it was. Batch number 7.
Yep. It's hard to get 0 points. I'll tell you that. This is not read over 100 proof. Like even stretching it, I cannot say this was over 100 proof.
Is that, do you feel like that is a positive note for this? Like, do you think that that's an impressive thing that it doesn't taste over 100 proof?
I don't know. It's neutral. Nutries. Yeah.
Nooch.
Not thinking this is amazing. Yeah. But
I agree.
It's a good it shows that you are the better taster, at least for this episode.
Right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
But don't call it a comeback when I win next 2-3 episodes. Yeah, so
True.
But it's nice. It's nice to be this far into a season. Episode 6, and we're tied. So that makes me feel good. Yeah.
Exciting.
But it's fun. It's fun doing this with our with listeners watching, viewers watching, to be honest. And yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are rooting for Cole next episode. But we'll see you guys next time on Chill Filters, the Reentry Buzz. All right. 1:15. I'll just Well, no, we'll say 1:15. 15 and all right, guys. That's enough. I got a call from my wife in the meantime, so I got to call her back. Thanks for joining us, guys. I hope we get a picture of that rabbit.
I hope you're not in trouble.
No, we're probably fine. But thanks for watching. I'm glad you guys get to see how the sausage is made. Yeah.
All right, very good.
Peace.
Sounds good. We'll see you. Bye. 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 Bye.